Alright, what's up guys? I'm back with another video. I know I said in my review of the Gogeta, the Taunton Vegeta figure review, I wanted to do a bit of a comparison between these two figures. My plan going into this is more so to go over the design of both figures, which one's a little more accurate, and of course accessories and sculpt and stuff like that. So with that being said, I think the first things first I want to talk about is the first figure I want to talk about is the Demoniacal Fit Gogeta, and I just want to say, get into the comparison of these two. Now I believe I did review this guy. If you want to see my review on him, it's not really too far down, but it's down there. Well, between these two, right, I think the first thing I want to touch on first, going top to bottom, and then we'll go over accessories. Or actually, I'll do accessories first, as a matter of fact. So I'm gonna push these guys to the side, and the first thing I want to talk about is the Demoniacal Fit accessories. These sets of hands I think are really good. There's different options between the open palm hands. I have it in the clamshell, so that way it's like easier for me to show you guys. But with his hands here, he has the open palm hands and the hand that sticks the Stardust Breaker, or whatever it's called. It has had many names at this point. He comes with 4 faces: a yelling, teeth gritting, a stern, and I have a smirk face on him right there, over there. And then he has these the little claw hands and like karate hands, and then the more relaxed hands, right? And the halo, of course, and that's really all this guy comes with. Now we're gonna get into the Taunton Gogeta stuff, who has more. He has the base head, the Super Saiyan heads, some more Super Saiyan faces, to be honest, some base form faces. Wow, like I'm trying to reorganize this and my fat fingers can't do it. A lot of stern faces, a lot of Super Saiyan faces, base form faces, and as well as alternate jackets, the halo, the ball effect, which I have in this one here, the ball effect, some alternate hand wraps for the karate guy thingy, crossed arms, and he has these hands are sort of the same as the ones up there, and he has like the karate hands, open palm hands, some relaxed stylized hands, some even further out hands, some chopping hands, and yeah. Now the thing with these two figures, they both do have Super Saiyan Blue versions, and I don't have those yet, especially the Super Saiyan Blue Kami one. But I'm going to talk about that aspect of the figures, which is more so of a company thing. But in terms of the two figures, like accessories and what you get, yes, Taunton art clearly outshines Demoniacal Fit. However, right, while all that is good, that's not to say that Demoniacal Fit with what it comes with is bad. Sometimes less is good. And in my opinion, I think what the figure that the Demoniacal Fit has is really good. It comes with everything Gogeta needs, especially since this Gogeta in particular is this is the Z Gogeta, who's only had like 5 minutes of screen time. So it has everything he needs. The Taunton art one, it is very good. I do like it. And I might sound like, oh, you're just doing it so you can give it to Demoniacal Fit. No, my thing is that, in all fairness, yes, I do believe sometimes less is more, and we don't need a lot of things to go with the figure. However, it's not to say that those things are bad. I do like the additional hands and stuff like that, but those hands in particular are definitely noticeable to be for the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Of course, they're both the same figure and whatnot, but if you want a Gogeta figure and you want it for a cheaper price, this one is definitely good in that regard, especially since it does come with everything Gogeta needs. Whereas this one, it has a lot, it costs a little bit more, and yeah, I don't really see any real problems with that. I think it comes down to preference and how much you're willing to spend. If you want my personal opinion, I would really go with the Tonson since it comes with more and whatnot. But I am actually happy to have this figure as well, you know, for different things and for different purposes and whatnot. Now, to go over the general design of this figure, the hair between the two, it is clear as day that Tonson is the more accurate one. I kind of like what Demoniacal Fit did. They went with their own original thing and stuff like that. You know, they could have done, if in all honesty, they probably could have used the normal SH Figure Arts Gogeta figure and just retooled the faces a bit. This hair looks a lot like Gohan when he fought Deborah, and that's the one thing I'm just not okay with. It looks too much like Gohan, even though, you know, majority of these like 3.0 figures, the basis is Gohan. Everything was Gohan, you know. But it's not to say that this is a bad head sculpt, and I think it's pretty good for what it is. It's Demoniacal Fit's like own little take on it. In certain aspects, you know, it does look like Gogeta, but like I said, if you really want the accurate one, Tonson wins again. This does in some aspects look like Gohan. Now, as for the jacket and the detailing in the jacket, I also say here it's pretty good. And of course, but comparing the two, there's just a lot more going on with this figure than with this figure. Pants, this is the thing actually I said in my review that I'm not gonna lie, I liked this more than this, because when lifting the legs up and stuff like that, that lip doesn't run into the body and stuff like that, and it's the crotch area. Where with this figure, the lip will kind of, you know, it goes in, but when you're lifting the figure up and sometimes, or you have it posed up, like on this leg, it just, I'm not even doing anything on purpose. I'm actually trying to lift this leg up, and it gets caught by that lip, and sometimes that lip is just ugly to me, and I don't like it. I know the new Goku has that thing, and it works a little fine, but it's just not my favorite thing, and I don't like that in terms of the design. I actually like the thigh area between these two figures. I think both of them, like I said, they do it really well. When we get to this lower area here, Tonson Art again knocks it out with the accuracy. Like, his pants is baggier. These are a little too high up, and there's no like articulation here, but there is articulation in the feet and stuff like that. The feet on these figures work really well. There's just that little small amount of swivel, and then it seems like a ball joint too here. That's really good. With this guy here as well, going back up to the top of the figure and talking about this guy, he is a lot more accurate than the Demoniacal Fit one. I will say, in terms of like the muscles and the body as well, again, this will go to this figure, but I also really like this one. I like the articulation here. I think it's very solid. I do like the muscle definition, and also when I do get the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, I really want to get him because he does come with other stuff for this guy. I think it's pretty good. So, articulation aside, I think both figures do what they need to do really well. Tonson has just a bit more of that, a bit more of the, what's it called, like edge on it because of the additional, like, the boot articulation. And on top of that, I like the ball joint areas. I like when things are ball jointed, and I also like some hinged areas. This one Tonson definitely posed a little better getting that pose. But let's just go down. Let's break it down now. Accessories. I give them both. They come with what they need. It's a 10 out of 10 for both of them, in my opinion. You don't need a lot with these figures. And with Taunson's case, I know it's to kind of get away from the whole licensing and stuff like that. So it's a little harder. And that's why we have all that extra stuff and the extra packaging. I think that's another thing, too, I like about Demoniacal Fit is they use this style of packaging. And it really does bring down all that, like, clutter that you get from having multiple boxes. So, honestly, I might have to give it to Demoniacal Fit for that one. Hair sculpt. Tonson wins outright. This guy looks a little bit too much like Gohan against Deborah. Though I do think sometimes when I look at this guy, I do really like how it looks. Sometimes, especially that pale yellow color, I really like that as opposed to this yellow is actually not my favorite. I don't know what they did with that hair sculpt, in my opinion. I don't like the mustard yellow looking thing. I like the pale yellow. The faces, again, he doesn't look like Gohan in the face. It's just the hair. So I think the faces on both of these figures are really good, especially since they weren't really copying and going off of anybody else. They did their own thing. Let's go into the body and the jackets. Both of these figures are sculpted well. Both of them articulate really well. They do the necessary movements that they need to. And if I'm 95% sure, because he can do that. He can cross his arms. He'll probably be able to cross his arms a little better, though. I'm gonna have to give that to DF. I can't lie. I'm not trying to be biased. I am like really pushing it, and I don't want to break this figure. But I might have to give it to. Oh well, Tonson's looking a little better right now. Hold on. I'm gonna say it's a little tie. So I give them both a little, 9 out of 10 on both sides there. In terms of the pants, I think Tonson does it good and a lot better, but it's that lip I don't like. So if I had to say between the two, I give this guy a 7 out of 10 because of that there. Actually an 8. And there, I'd give it an 8.5. That's it between those two. Overall, between the both of these figures, I think that the clear winner in terms of, like design, accuracy, and everything and stuff like that, it goes to the Tonson Art figure. Tonson Art definitely beats out the Demoniacal Fit figure in almost every way. However, I really like the Demoniacal Fit figure. I think the Demoniacal Fit figure came out really good. They did their own thing with it. They ain't copy nobody. I mean, Tonson Art didn't copy anyone either. They both did their own thing. They competed against each other. Tonson, in my opinion, Tonson won, However, that's not to say that the Demoniacal Fit figure is bad. Because let's get real and be honest. When the third market, when the after party, after sales and stuff like that, this guy's going to be going for like about 150 to like 300. And this guy is at least still going to be able to be attainable. And if you're lucky enough, if anything, you could probably head swap these two figures. But like I said, for me, in my personal opinion, I like both of these figures, but I lean more towards the Tonson Art because it does look really good. But I do like this figure because this one here, if I wanted to do stop motion, I'd rather use this guy than him because in certain cases, he feels a little fragile. As opposed to this guy, he feels really sturdy. I don't know why. But when I move the arms on this guy, and it might just be my copy, it feels stiff and it's creaking and I've oiled it up. Pause. But, both of these figures, they do what they need to do. They're really good. And I guess if anyone is curious, I'll do a little head swap on on the side here. That head looks a little too small. Yeah, it doesn't fit, but it does look good. The skin tone doesn't match, but it looks good. So, anyways, I'm happy with either or, you know. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I'm just gonna let that get dropped. Hold on. I'd say that between these two figures, they're good. If I had to recommend one, if you can get it, if you're able to obtain the figure, get the Tonson art. If you're not able to get the Tonson art, the Demoniacal fit figure works just as well. And like I said, if anything, you know, if you're able to get the heads of the Tonson art, put it on this guy. It looks good. It looks good to me right here. I actually kind of like the bulkiness right there. You know? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know this was a bit of a long video. Let me know if you guys want me to do more versus videos. You know, maybe do Marvel Legends and Mafex, or CT Toys and Mafex. If anything, just drop a comment down below. I actually really like doing this and talking about these two figures and giving my own opinions on these stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you later.